Hey guys, this is Fat Lutz from Fat Lutz Gold Blog, and today I'm bringing you a video talking about lesser charm farming, not lesser charm farming, lovely charm farming, which is for the Love is in the Air holiday. My end goal will be selling this Swift Lovebird mount, not in February, I'll be selling it on an off month, but the end goal would be technically to sell the Swift Lovebird mount. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out and farm them in the Throne of Tides dungeon and kind of give you guys a return rate per hour on the farming in that area. You know, is it worth doing or not? So if there wasn't an annoying mount in front of you, you could see Quickie Q Pedal Feet. Talk to him and tell him you'd like a lovely charm collector's kit. So you'll get this item in your inventory. It lets you collect lovely charms. So what we're going to do is we're going to head out to this dungeon. It's called the Throne of Tides. If you play Cataclysm at all, you've done it. And boom, here we are. So the next thing you're going to want to do is make sure you're on Heroic. So I'm going to set the dungeon difficulty to 5-player Heroic. And I'm going to jump in there. I went in early by accident. Now once you're in, you're going to have to clear some trash. I'm not going to count this in the farming time because it would be pointless to almost, but it is going to take a sizable amount of time to clear it, a non-negligible amount of time. So I'm going to start the stopwatch and just keep track of that. Of course, you're not going to have to do this all the time. You could always extend your instance locks. Everything should be pretty easily soloable here. I've got Alright, so that was pretty, it took about 5 minutes. I ended up getting 8 lovely charms. But I avoided most of the trash and the second boss, I assume by not killing the trash. So, anyway, getting to the actual farming, I'll cut this short, but basically, your goal, okay, so that took 5 minutes, I'm going to reset my stopwatch here. Your goal now is to kill these little dudes that spawn. And they spawn basically endlessly. So you kill the big guys, it's alright. And you just want to go around here, and as you can see, I'm getting a good deal of lovely charms. And basically, run around. Okay, and look, they respawned already. And you basically do this until you go clinically insane. And yeah, so I already got 22. That was pretty fast. 23. But yeah, I'm going to start farming. I'm going to farm for about a half hour now. And see how many I end up with. So I'll catch up to you guys after that. Alright guys, it's minute 8. I decided I'm only going to go to 10 minutes. Because I hate farming. And I'm going insane. So one thing I noticed while doing this is something I haven't farmed this spot before, is that all the corruption spawn within this pool, so that's kind of convenient. If you're ranged, you could actually just stand here and aggro most of them to you. So that's useful. Yeah, this farming spot it's been okay. I hate farming, so I'm probably going, it looks like I'm gonna end up with about 200-ish charms, maybe a little more. I started with 23, so we'll take that into account as well. But it does seem to be nice that you don't have to move too much. Alright, so I'm done farming. I did 10 minutes. I'm up 179 charms. I'm going to call it 180 just to make my numbers easier. So that means I got 180 charms in 10 minutes. Therefore, I got 1,080 charms per hour, which equates to 108 charm bracelets per hour. Now, there's 2 ways you could trade in these charm bracelets, and the first way is just trading them 1 for 1 at the token vendor. And so for that, for the straight turn-ins, we're going to have, you have 108 bracelets per hour. You're going to need 270. So it's going to require 2.5 hours of farming for the mount. If you sell the mount for 10K, that is if you hold on to it and sell it after the event for 10K, you made 10,000 over 2.5 hours. And again, that's not even including the tax of the auction house, which equates to 4,000 gold per hour, which is dismal compared to if you were cutting gems during this time. Let's compare, let's go on and look at turning them in as dailies. Okay, so the pro is you get 5 times as many tokens per charm bracelet. The major con is that you have to turn in these charm bracelets to your faction leaders. And another con is that you can only do this to 56 charm bracelets per character this way. So you can only do it, you can turn in 4 a day. It's a daily quest, and you could do it for 14 days, the duration of the event. So really you only can only make 280 tokens this way. So you're going to end up just 10 over buying the mount, basically, if you turn them all in this way for the entire 2-week duration. So here's our time. So this is our situation. We have, and this is just a hypothetical situation. I actually only have one. I didn't make another. I was going to make others, but I think this is decently accurate. So if it takes 30 minutes of farming to get those full 2 weeks worth of turn-ins for the dailies. I'm going to assume it takes you 5 minutes a day to visit your faction leaders. For the Horde, you have to go to Orgrimmar, Undercity, Thunderbluff, and Silvermoon. So, roughly speaking, if you have your hearth set to the shrine, it'll just take you the time to get from the portals to the leaders. Yeah, whatever. So 5 minutes a day over 13.5 days, which is how many days it would take you, would equate to about an hour. So it's going to roughly, it's over an hour actually, but it's going to be roughly 1.5 hours, rounding down to be conservative. So you save an hour of time over farming them directly. For 10,000 gold in 1.5 hours worth of farming, which is 6,667 gold per hour. Now, just for reference, if you were crafting gems, it's a 3-second craft to cut a gem. If you were adding 10 gold of value to that gem, or to each gem you cut, which is pretty almost not worth cutting gems at that point. But even if you're only adding 10 gold worth of value to a gem, each gem you cut, and you cut gems for an hour, you would make 12,000 gold per hour. So is this a great way of making gold? I would say no, but you can make a decent amount of gold doing this. Of course, you're going to have to wait to sell them out. I bet prices are going to be in the 3,000 to 4,000 gold range on most servers by the end of this event, which is when I'm going to buy them to flip, which I think is a much better opportunity for serious gold makers who have the cash saved up already, the gold on hand, and sell them throughout the year. So that's my suggestion personally. It's not a terrible way of making gold. About 7,000 gold per hour isn't bad, but again, you're going to have to hold on to it for a while even, because during the event they're not going to sell for anything. There's going to be so many on the auction house, and the prices, people are going to be undercutting like crazy. No bueno. There's also a spot that is talked about on Wowhead that I thought I'd check out, the Stormstout Brewery. Basically, and I already did it. Basically, you take all these ads and you AoE them down and bring them all to the top of the stairs, and they keep spawning forever, quite like the Thornet's Hide spot. The only difference is doing this, I got 30 less charm bracelets per hour, which is 300 less of the actual charms, so significantly less from this spot. And the additional work of soloing the bosses, I don't think it's worth it. But if you stand here and you AoE like crazy, you could even pull some of these dudes and Get a lot of them. You can't use the hammer because you won't get charms. So see, if I use the hammer, I'm not getting charms. So you actually have to AoE them all down. But yeah, the Throne of Tides is actually far better than this spot. So don't go there, no matter what somebody on Wowhead tells you. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video.